Okay, I am going to do a beach wave hair tutorial. So I've already combed through my hair. I'm going to use the Amika heat serum and make sure it gets pretty good on my ends and a little bit around the face area, not too high. Okay, and once I get done doing that, I'm just going to part my hair. You don't really have to part your hair if you don't want to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So, okay. Once you have it parted, I usually just part it on both sides just so I can get to the back. And then I am using Hot Tools. This is the, I believe, 1 in 4. I believe. I don't know, but I think so. Okay, so I don't take really small sections, but they're not too big. Just enough where I can hold it. And then I usually leave about that much out on my ends. And I only leave it on there for a few seconds. And then I pull it down just like that. And then I'll grab another section. Not too small, but not too big. And just do the exact same thing. Leave about that much hair out. Usually just tap on it a little bit to see. Okay, so leave your ends out quite a bit. I will be straightening my ends at the end of the video, but I like to leave them out just so you're not straightening a whole lot on the end. And these front pieces I don't like to leave on there for very long just because they, 1, get super curly, and 2, usually the front pieces around your face are more fragile. So grabbing another section. And always go away from your face. So on this side I'm going this way, on this side I'm going this way. And turning the curler that way as well. I don't know if you can see that. I like to pull it down throughout my ends so that way it kind of straightens those ends just a little bit. Like I said, I'll go back and straighten them towards the end of the video. Okay, so there's those, and then that side. So I'm just going to take it down, and then leave another section out. Okay, and then like I said, part that down the middle, just so I can get the back. Okay, and then I'll take another section and do the exact same thing. really hard to find the pieces that you didn't curl and the pieces that you did. Okay. So you're gonna go away from your face on this side again. And sometimes you can even alternate the pieces so that way whenever you like brush it out, it's not just all one way. I usually do that more at the top of the head because at the bottom it doesn't really matter. But it's really just a personal preference. And then I'll probably just let all of this section go on the top. I like to just brush through it before I start curling. Sometimes my long hair gets in the way, but so I did that one away from my face. I'm gonna do this one towards my face. Just be really careful because you don't want it to look very obvious. So on pieces like this, I usually don't leave it on as long. And then the ones around the face, I usually just curl away from my face. And then this one, I don't leave on near as long, just so it's a little bit, just a little wavy. So that's that side. And then we'll go straight into this side. So this one I'm going to do towards my face. It doesn't really matter which hairs you do towards your face and away from your face, just as long as the ones around your face are away from your face. But the ones toward the back don't really matter. And this one I'm just gonna do towards or away from my face. And then I'll split those in half. And then this one will be away from my face as well. Okay, so usually what I do after I do that is I will spray. I'm not a big fan of hairspray, so I just use a texture spray. I'm gonna use the Kristen S. You can get it at Target. I'm just going to spray it under all of this here. And then after that, I'll just kind of brush my fingers through it. I like to add a little bit more oil, just a tiny bit, just to give it some shine. And just kind of I don't like to use a brush because I feel like it brushes it out too much, but with your fingers, it brushes it out just enough. Okay, so after I do that, sometimes if I feel like the curls are kind of just running together, I'll go in there and just like alternate a little bit more. But it's not too bad. I feel like these aren't running together too much. So I don't feel like I have to do that, but if I don't have to do that, then I'll just go straight into straight ironing my ends. And sometimes I go a little bit further up depending on how far I went down as far as curling them. So I stopped about right here, so that's usually where I'll start straightening them. Straightening the ends kind of just gives it a little bit more of a longer effect, making your hair look a little longer. Because if you curl all of this strand, it makes your hair look a little bit shorter. And the curls are just a little bit more bouncier. Okay. And then if you feel like there's a curl in here that's just a little bit too curly or a little bit curlier than the others, what I usually just do is I'll take the curl and just kind of take the straightener to it, and it'll kind of even it out with the rest of them. Or if I feel like it's all of the curls are a little bit too curly, I'll just kind of take the curler into them. And that is my Beach Wave hair tutorial. Thanks for watching.